What You Think, You Are, by Jim McKendrick. Many years ago I sat in 10th grade biology class, arguing with my instructor about evolution. Charts were produced that seemed to point to the fact of evolution. After all, who could argue with known facts derived from fossil data? One day, the teacher showed me that even the Bible was open to the facts of evolution. The fourth day the waters brought forth the living creatures, and then in the fifth day the land creatures arrived. That certainly agreed with the scientific evidence. Thus evolution and the Bible were compatible. With that the teacher dismissed me, my Bible, and my views of biblical creationism. Since I did not go into the natural sciences, my exposure to this kind of thinking was minimal until I had to take a course in life science for my university degree. The instructor thought God was a crutch of early thinking before we knew how things really came into being. Now that we know the laws of nature, we no longer need the crutch. Needless to say, we didn't have much in common. While the scientific community may have refined its thinking, it has not changed its basic premise, from goo to you by way of the zoo. Some months ago, I was introduced to a book that would have helped me 30 years ago. I believe it is a vital book for those who are now going through the school systems, or desire to witness to those who believe in evolution. The book's basic message is this: the theory of evolution is scientifically inaccurate and the scientific community knows it. But they have a vested interest in keeping the theory alive to save face for 200 years of faulty observation, faulty interpretation, and at times just plain fraudulent reporting. This is an explosive book and needs to be read by serious Bible-believing Christians. Its name is In the Minds of Men by Mr. Ian T. Taylor. This is a significant book of 400-plus pages with more than 50 pages of appendixes, footnotes, and source material. This is a thoroughly researched and well-documented book. This researcher and writer from Toronto will arm you to enter the next museum of natural history or for your next encounter with the public school system. Here is the ammunition necessary to counter the fallacious arguments presented. Let me give you an example. One of the chapters is The First Missing Link. That, of course, is the first spark of life from non-life. One of the theories advanced is that it came from the bottom of the sea. Mr. Ernst Haeckel from Germany was a professor of zoology at Jena University. Based on Darwin's work, he created a family tree, with simple organisms at the bottom and the complex ones at the top. He imaginatively made up names of organisms that he thought should exist and was not beyond cheating just a little if the facts of nature did not fit his theories, page 187. He even named the first organism of life Monera, although he had no proof of its existence. A ship later discovered his Monera, and thus the first missing link was now a fact, and this discovery was widely reported. However, this organism was later proved to be a precipitate formed from seawater, lime and alcohol, the alcohol being the substance the seawater was preserved in for future study. Since the scientific community was governed by men who believed in evolution, they made sure that this error was not reported, and the public continued to believe that the first life form had been discovered at the bottom of the sea. One scientific journal obscurely reported it. Mr. Taylor years later found the one and only article that commented on this hoax. And this is only one of many such hoaxes this book exposes. If you want to be informed on the hoax of evolution and its accompanying cover-up, this book is must-reading. I believe it is a reference book that should be on the shelf of every person in contact with public schools and is being fed lies. The scientific community knows many of these are concocted, but you need to be armed with the truth they already know and will not tell you.